You're the guys, what's good? Welcome to some fresh new content with a twist. EA been releasing some SBCs on regular foot, premium cards, but that's not all. If you have a look through the challenges, completing each team actually gives you a regular SBC card. So that tells me that you're probably going to be needing a couple for future releases, or not. But a few of them are actually playable, so it's worth doing at least one, and I have an awesome player to recommend. You will not regret it. So if you can drop a like and support the video, that'd be fantastic. If you are needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2a.com, use the code FUJI on that site to get a discount on every single order. And let's head into it. So what you're seeing right now is the Africa SBC player now. And of course, they release my boy, Ndidi. And I don't know if you remember, but at the very start of the game, he was seriously overpowered. I released a video, it was titled something like 10k Destroyer Squad or non-rare destroyers, and he was the star man in that side. And when I saw that EA released him in the lineup for the premium SBC, I knew that EA knew that he was overpowered, so I had to unlock him. And once I do get a few more coins together from the weekly rewards later on tonight through FUT Champs, I will then maybe, finish off the starting 11 first, our Brazilian side, and then I'm going to take a few of those coins to maybe unlock a Vidal, a Rashford. I don't really think that they've got Kakua's stats right, so that was a little bit disappointing. And I was a bit too quick to judge this promo. I was not hating on it, but most of those cards inside of the SBC aren't worth it. But after having a look, Ndidi, right, he only cost me 45,000 coins, 45k, and I get an 86 rated card that just looks like an absolute monster. And I'm getting a lot of these regular SBCs that are going to obviously be required for later SBCs or whatever they decide to release. So I'm fine with that. And it is only the start of Festival of Football, and there are more to come. What else are they going to be releasing? Who's next? I haven't seen any leaks. So if they're releasing players like a Vidal, a Rashford, that, let me just say, Rashford basically is a team of the season card. So I want to do him. I think he's going to be a monster. So who else is coming? Maybe some Italians, maybe some Brazilians, because I need some Brazilians for my squad. We shall see. But I did decide to unlock myself Ndidi. I've got a ton of those regular cards that I want to show you, and I have tested them out in a squad. So let's go and find out who have been playing, who is the beast. Of course, it's got to be Ndidi. Let's go. So I believe that in the future, the requirements for those international classic SBCs, you're probably going to need a fair amount of these regular SBC cards. And then on top of that, we get ourselves a playable 86 rated Ndidi, and I'm not having it any other way. This guy is the cheap version of a baby Patrick Vieira. So if you're wanting to save some coins and you don't want to go and spend like 200,000, 300,000 on the card, just get yourself Ndidi, because most likely you're going to have a prim side anyway. 6'2", medium to high work rates, and his stats, the pace is there. The defending, fantastic. And try not to look into his marking as much. Just ignore that. Physical, absolute beast. And he's got the stamina as well. A monster of the midfield. And I did decide to try out a couple of the other cards. Wanted to switch out the side a little bit. We have Matip, didn't apply Kim style. He looks playable. It's just that his jumping and stamina is a little bit low. Mazuaku in that left back position, if you're wanting to save coins and you don't want to go out and purchase the team of the season Robertson, maybe doing this SBC is going to benefit you in the long run, because he could be OP. I'll let you know. And then to finish it off, the other card that we did use, which was Niang. 7 games, 4 goals, 4-star, 4-star. I had him as a striker in a 4-1-2-1-2. But what you need to pay attention to is the finishing and composure. It might be a bit of a problem. Let's go and find out. So yeah, we're ready to go and have a look at some of the goals that I scored with the side. It's a little bit difficult to show you clips with Ndidi because I'm just playing the game and I'm defending, but I'll let you know how he performs. It kind of sucks that this weekend and the following weekend there are weekend league requirements. Otherwise, I would have brought in Ndidi into my team. Oh, actually, because there wouldn't be requirements, I would then continue using Vieira and Hullet. But let's say you are forced to use an African side, or they brought in interesting requirements which you could get use out of these premium SBCs, because Ndidi, I felt genuinely so comfortable defending, even in a 4-1-2-on-2. Having him sweep the midfield, he feels nice to control going into challenges. He is physical, aggressive, and his 80 marking, I don't know if that is really affecting the card. I can't tell. He is a monster. So I would say just ignore that stat, bring him in. You are not going to regret it. Trust me on this. If you like Team of the Season Fabinho, if you want someone that is similar to a Patrick Vieira, then Ndidi is your man. And I was preaching this guy for a while at the start of the game. And of course, non-rares are only going to take you so far. And then when you do face like icons and informs, he's going to fall behind a little bit. But that non-rare Ndidi, man, do you remember me speaking about him? I knew it. I knew how overpowered he was. And in that team, actually, there were a couple of non-rare cards that were turning up. So it would be nice maybe if EA start releasing those kind of upgrades. That'd just be sweet. And I think this is perfect. So although I was crapping on the promo a little bit at the start, I respect it. That's a good release, and he is actually playable against Team of the Season cards that I was finding in divisions last night. So Ndidi, I can't praise him enough. You need to go and test him out for yourselves. I wouldn't play him as a centre mid. Just have him as an out-and-out CDM in a 4-1-2-on-2 or in a 4-2-3-1. He's going to do wonders for your side. And Matip, believe it or not, this guy was playable. Would I use him over like Maldini and some of the Team of the Seasons that I've tried? I wouldn't. And that's like the argument. We were a little bit annoyed because this promo, if it came out like just before Team of the Season, that would have been sick. We would have got some really nice use out of them. But as there's so much competition right now, they're useless. But that tells me the reason why they've released them is because we're going to probably need them towards something else. But Matip, his stand tackles were surprisingly really good. His pace, he wasn't really getting caught, but then again, I did have some support around him. I thought he was a good tackler of the ball, but nothing like too special. He was still solid. Mazuaku, I was comfortable using him. Going into challenges, he was strong, he had the pace, and there wasn't really any issue. So I rated him, man. So that's why I do the SBC. Get yourself a left back as well that's just free. And then Niang in that left wing position, don't get him. Yes, he was scoring goals, but his finishing is so inconsistent. Like the guy is going to cost you games, and he actually did. I was in a match and I had something like 14 shots, and my opponent had 3, and every single one of his went in, and it was one of those games where Niang, he could have got 3 or 4, and he just fell short really. He's not great. I would not recommend using Niang, but I'm looking forward to trying players like Iheanacho, Doumbia, Asaidi as well. So we might have to look to do a lot of these premium SBCs and then start building hybrids and fun squads and giving us challenges. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this promo, and I'm hoping that they do end up releasing some awesome international cards. That's why we're going to be grinding out FUT champs, earning a lot more coins, and building awesome squads. But thanks ever so much for watching, boys. Like I said, try out Ndidi. The other guys are just bonuses. Ndidi for 45,000, get him into your team. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later tonight on the live stream. Link in the description. Take it easy. See you soon. Peace.